of income, and her finances came from her son, but now her son is dead, so she has no family name and she has no finances. You know, it's rough when you don't have no finances. Can I get one witness in here? You know, it's sad, but it's true. Sometimes you can tell this is easy. When folk got paid. And you can see when they hadn't got paid. And I'm not talking about that the mama's over there eating. This woman had no finances, had no family, what a circumstance. This woman depended upon her son. In the culture, it was a responsibility of the son when the daddy died, if the mama was living, to take care of his mama. In that culture. You know, this one, you know. Seems like the tables have been turned because we have grown men who are still on mama's. She claimed just herself. She got to claim you and her. And you 50. Come on. She had no finances. Her family was gone. And I think I'll tell you, circumstances can render you be unfavorable in your family, your finances, and even your faith. But in the midst of your circumstances, Christian family, we have to put our trust in God. We have to depend totally on God for every situation in our lives. Somebody can testify today that you've been in a circumstance you ain't on right now, but God is seeing you through. God is a present help in the time of your trouble. God is walking with you. God is talking with you. Even in your circumstances, you can depend on God. Can I get a witness in here? So here it is in the text. It says that Jesus came near the gate of the city. There was a dead man carried out. The only son of his mama. She was a widow. She had a lot of company with her. The mourners walked with her. But here the text says in verse 13. When the Lord saw her, he had compassion on her and said to her, weep not. Look at the compassion. When he saw her, he had compassion on her. Somebody, I want to tell you today, God sees you.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
God sees your tears.
Oh, yes.
God sees your pain.
Yes, Lord.
God sees your hurt.
Yes, sir.
He sees what you're going through in your life right now. He sees your struggle. I know you're dressed up. I know you're looking good. But God sees on the inside. He sees if you're torn up on the inside. He sees if your spirit is battered and bruised on the inside. God sees you. The text says he saw her. And he knew, he saw her pain. And the Bible says that he had compassion on her. He had so much passion, compassion on her, that he told her, stop crying. That's what weep not means. He says, stop your crying. Now you got to understand that if Jesus says, stop your crying, that means he's going to do something about what's causing you crying. He ain't going to ask you to stop crying just for the sake of you to stop crying. But he's saying, stop crying because I'm about to do something in your life. And let me get a witness in here. The text said when he told her to weep not, he came and touched the coffin.
Yes. Oh, yes.
You got to understand, this was a young man.
Yes, sir.
It said when he said, touch the coffin, the people who were carrying the coffin, the text said they stood still. Which says to me that Jesus laid his hands not on the body, not on the bones, but on the coffin. And when he touched it, they stood still. You know one touch from the master will cause some changes in situations. Am I right, children? His compassion caused himself to touch the coffin. Caused the coffin carriers to stand still. And then he says to the young man, he says, young man, I say to you, get up. Isn't that good news? I think I ought to tell somebody that if you look at the text, the woman didn't ask him to raise up her son.
Come on, preach up.
The woman, the mother, didn't say, will you touch my boy and raise him from the dead? Jesus just saw the woman crying, laid his hand on the coffin, said to the man, the young man, he said, get up from where you are. I think I ought to make one note this morning that there were no requests made for the master. And I think I ought to tell somebody that there are times when Jesus will do for us what we don't ask. Do I have a witness? There are times that the Lord will do something in our behalf and we don't even ask him to. Can I get a witness? Anybody here ever been blessed by the Lord for something that you did not ask for? Am I right, children? When I laid down last night, I remember asking the Lord to take care of my family. Oh Lord, I asked the Lord to take care of my church. But I don't remember asking the Lord to let me wake up this morning. But when I looked around, the Lord touched me one more time. Big Mama said he laid his hands on me, touched me with a finger of love, and I